People nowadays talk about being woke. They talk about being aware and conscious. And really what that means is, have they explored the deeper aspects of themselves? Have they explored the deeper aspects of the world around them and the relationships that they enter? Have they really explored it? Have they dived into things, not just seeing it with your eyes, but seeing it from a different level of perception? We have many levels of perception, and the sight a lot of the times betrays us. And if we only see with our sight, which sounds weird, how can you see with any other faculty but your vision? It kind of doesn't make sense, but when you start to see different energy fields, that's when consciousness awakens, and that's when it arises, and that's when the woke thing and all that stuff is put into context. Being woke, again, is seeing far beyond the sight, diving into what you are being told, looking into the things of the world from your own mind and your own thinking faculty, not from what you have been told, not what you have been taught through the education system, through your parents and everything. Are you an explorer? Are you a trailblazer, really? Have you opened up your eyes? Have you started to understand that the world is not just the physical? It's not just the physical things. We're energetic beings. We have a frequency, we have a vibration, and all these things are set from a greater law. So this woke term, it annoys me a lot because people think you're woohoo, or people think you're flying high with the birds, doing some drugs and stuff, but it's really, have you seen the world that is not just physical? That being said, how do you explore the world that's not physical? I think you have to always go back to solitude. Now, solitude is not loneliness. Solitude is not throwing yourself away from your tribe. Solitude is an act of seeking time alone for introspection, for reflection. And that's very different than being alone or being lonely and all that stuff. People fear those things, but people fear solitude because when you look within yourself, you might be exposed to the dark side of yourself, the dark side of the world, the dark side of your relationships, maybe your significant other, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. These are the things that happens when you have solitude. You have time for reflection, introspection, and development. And sometimes it's too much for people to accept the reality of their new vision when they look within. Because it's, when you look within, your outer vision is then changed. And that's your perspective. Your perspective is deepened, it's changed, and that will awaken new senses within you. And the classic saying is, as within, so without. As it is in heaven, as it is without. And that's terrifying. That if I simply look inside of myself and I reveal deeper aspects of myself, I will see the physical world differently. And if you do that, you awaken, and a new version of you comes out into the world, and you can't unsee it. Once exposed, you cannot be unexposed. That is a law of the universe. And that's the beginning of awakening. That's the first step. But once you step on the path of reflection, introspection, and the inner awakening begins, life changes. So being woke is not just some trendy shit. Being woke is not just some white girl thing to be like, we're awakening, be woke culture. This is some deep work. It's like some people are not made for it. Some people's spirits are not at the level of development where they can have introspection and not lose their mind, not have their mind just drift off. A lot of people go insane on the path to enlightenment. A lot of people go insane in the path of awakening. It takes an individual spirit and soul, and if you're watching this video, you are the individual soul, the individual and individuals that are ready to step on the path of awakening. Look within yourself and reflect, reveal to yourself the Godhood within you, and connect with the Creator that's been giving you this source. That's all for today.